Okay, so this time around, I know I did promise/threaten to look at spreadsheets, but two things have happened. One, this is a really busy time of the year for me, so I'm actually working with actual spreadsheets, which would be great to show you, except I haven't had a chance to redact all the information I'd want to redact because they are in motion. So we'll get to that at some point. Instead, I took a little turn. I'm going to look at some gaming, how it performs, and we'll see what we see.
Now begins your greatest quest.
And finally, if you do want that full Civ experience, there is full Civ. Now, I just created a quick game here so you can see what it looks like. But as you can see, it's damn good. We're going to move him over here. That looks like a good place to found the city. Let's make that an automated explorer. Remove him. And this works just fine with keyboard and mouse. And it is full Civ. Now the downside to this thing, full Civ, it does heat up your phone a little bit, so you got to be aware of that. Your battery percentage should maintain steady if you have a nice charger. Now, I do have a 60-watt charger powering my whole hub here, which seems to work fine. Once again, I can't say this and stress this enough. This is the full port of Civilization, which is pretty cool. Now, I like to play in a window because I like to have other things going on here, which I don't now, but usually I'll have a YouTube video or something going here so I can just be entertained while I'm playing, but it's up to you guys. Play the way you want it. So this is the Battle of Polytopia. It's a Civ-like game. I quite like it, actually. It's a lot of fun. It's a great little time waster. It's like Civ simplified. I'm not really sure what else I can say about this, but it's just great if you have some time to kill. Highly, highly recommend. I don't know why he's yelling for attention, but there's really nothing there. Okay, so now we're looking at actually one of my favorite roguelike games, which is Symphony Legends. Again, works fine with a controller. Pretty little game actually, but as you can see, it works fine. There's no need to dwell on it. I highly recommend the game, by the way. Okay, so here we have Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You know, it requires a controller, but it just works. So we skipped the cutscene there for the intro. I had been playing before, but I got myself into a point where when I respawn, I just die instantly, so there's nothing. But as you can see, the game works pretty damn well. Alright, so what's the takeaway here? We've looked at a variety of games. I suppose the one takeaway I have in terms of gaming is that FPSs are disappointingly not supported well. In fact, the only one that really works well is Doom. Now, I've looked at other FPSs such as Nova 3, Dead Effect, GTA. They all have varying support for keyboard. They should work better than they do, to be quite honest. And interestingly enough, perhaps a savior is coming this way. Microsoft. Their game support for Android may encourage more developers to include traditional keyboard and mouse controls with their FPSs. We'll see. I can't tell you how many FPSs I tried that just didn't work. Maybe that would be a good B-roll or a good outtakes video. I just don't know. The other thing that kind of stood out for me was the fact that there were some performance issues, not with the games themselves, but with background stuff. So what I mean with this is YouTube. If I'm running YouTube in the background of a video, like over here, and we have the game in the main section, YouTube will sometimes pixelate or not play at the full quality it's capable of. I don't know why that is. A few reasons, few things pop to my head. One, I'm running this monitor at a higher resolution than the phone natively supports. That could have something to do with it. The phone panel is only 1080p. This is a higher resolution LG widescreen monitor. So that could have something to do with it. Perhaps there's just not enough GPU memory allocated. Keep in mind all these phones obviously have shared GPU main memory. It might be interesting to test this with a dedicated gaming phone like a Red Magic. Fortunately, that's just not in the budget now. But it is interesting to see how well some of these applications and games do work with the desktop. Tablet mode certainly helping with that. You see that with the last video with Office Suite Pro, and I even see that with my video editing software, which I'm using to put together this video in desktop mode using the phone. So that's it for this time. Hopefully next week we can, or whenever I get around to putting up the next video, we can look at those spreadsheets as promised threatened, or I can look at some more Office Suite software that people have sent in, and which is kind of maybe relevant.